Nigeria government inaugurates expanded negotiation committee to avert ASUU/NASU strike. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Discovery Learning. In today's video, we bring you the latest update on the brewing crisis in Nigeria's tertiary education sector, the looming strike by university lecturers and other staff, and the government's response so far. Stay with us as we unpack what's happening, what's at stake, and what might be next. To understand today's developments, we need a quick recap. Over the years, academic staff in Nigerian universities, especially the Academic Staff Union of Universities (ASUU), have periodically threatened or embarked on strikes over issues like funding, unpaid salaries, inadequate facilities, allowances, and the general state of public tertiary education. These disruptions have affected students, research output, and institutional stability. Now, in October 2025, tensions have escalated again, as unions signal an impending industrial action. The government, in turn, has moved to respond. Let's see what the Vanguard report tells us about the latest turn of events. On October 7, 2025, Vanguard published a report titled, SUU, NASU Strike Threats. FG inaugurates expanded negotiation committee. Here are the key takeaways. The federal government has inaugurated a new expanded negotiation committee for tertiary institutions, headed by Mahmoud Yahya Ahmed. According to the statement by Boryawo Falasade, Director of Press and Public Relations of the Federal Ministry of Education, the committee is intended to replace previous fragmented negotiations and bring all academic and non-academic unions into a single, unified negotiation framework. The inaugural meeting is scheduled for October 7th, today. Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, emphasized that the membership was carefully selected to represent the full spectrum of the education sector and that the committee now has a fully equipped secretariat. Also significant, President Bola Tinubu has given political backing to the process, directing that all negotiations be concluded swiftly and fairly. He reportedly wants all our children to remain in school as part of the renewed hope agenda. The Minister of Labor and Employment, Muhammad Maigari Dinjayadi, praised the inclusive approach and called on the committee members to act as fair, impartial mediators. The committee chairman, Alhaji Mahmoud Yahya Ahmed, pledged transparency, integrity, and inclusiveness, while assuring that recommendations would be practical and capable of sustaining peace in the education sector. In short, the government aims to shift from siloed negotiations with various unions to one consolidated negotiation space, backed by stronger political will and higher-level oversight. What this means and stakes involved. So, what are the implications of this development, and what's really at stake? 1. Hope for a more coordinated negotiation process. By bringing all academic and non-academic unions under one negotiating umbrella, the government may reduce duplicative or conflicting agreements and possibly streamline resolution. This could prevent the divide-and-conquer scenario sometimes criticized in past agreements. 2. Political backing matters. With President Tinubu publicly aligning with the process, there's more pressure for swift resolution. This could reduce stalling, but it also raises expectations among unions and students that deliverables must follow promises. 3. Risk of broken trust and escalation. If any union feels sidelined, or if agreements lack substance or fail to be honored, unions may still walk out. The legitimacy of this expanded committee will hinge on how well it balances inclusiveness, fairness, and tangible outcomes. 4. Impact on students and institutions. A strike would disrupt semesters, delay graduations, stall research, and damage Nigeria's international academic reputation. For students who already bear infrastructural deficits, the consequences would be steep. 5. Precedent for future conflicts. How this negotiation plays out may set the template for dealing with industrial actions across other sectors of the Nigerian public service. At this moment, union leaders have not formally declared a strike. The expanded committee is still in its nascent stage. Stakeholders, lecturers, non-academic staff, and students are watching closely. Here's what many expect. Unions will demand binding agreements, not mere memoranda of understanding, MOUs, backed with timelines and enforcement mechanisms. The government must demonstrate budgetary commitment, salaries, infrastructure, allowances, and funding for research. Transparency in the negotiation process will be crucial. Publicly publishing minutes, demands, counteroffers, and timelines to maintain accountability. An honest, good faith approach from all sides, avoiding brinkmanship or grandstanding, will be essential to prevent escalation. What to watch for and possible scenarios. Going forward, here are indicators and possible scenarios to watch. Indicator 1. Whether all unions accept the expanded committee's mandate and terms of reference. Indicator 2. Publication of negotiation schedule and public transparency. Indicator 3. Speed and seriousness with which financial commitments are made, especially in the federal budget. Indicator 4. Reactions from individual unions. If any opt out or issue threats, tensions may rise. Possible scenarios. 1. Successful negotiation and agreement. The committees conclude a comprehensive agreement, unions call off potential strike, students resume with minimal disruption. 2. Partial agreement. Some unions sign on, others reject. Isolated strikes may occur. 3. Breakdown and full-scale strike. If negotiations stall or trust is broken, ASUU and other unions may issue strike notices. 4. Intervention or arbitration. The government or a third party may impose arbitration or seek legal injunctions to stop a strike. Conclusion. In conclusion, the inauguration of the Expanded Negotiation Committee is a bold step by the government to contain and resolve the looming crisis. The success of this strategy will depend on sincerity, inclusiveness, and follow-through. For millions of students, lecturers, and institutional stakeholders across Nigeria, the stakes could hardly be higher. Discovery Learning will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they unfold. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell of Discovery Learning Hub so you don't miss our next deep dive. Let us know in the comments, what outcome would you like to see? What should be the top demand of the unions? Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay informed, stay engaged.